Ciao amici, hello friends, my name is Denis Lifentsev and this channel is about cross-cultural communication. Today I want to invite you to Bella Italia and I want to tell you about Italian style of communication with the help of an amazing guest speaker. Francesca is Italian, currently living in Denmark. She is a master's student in international business and management in the University of Southern Denmark. Francesca is passionate about corporate social responsibility and cross-cultural communication. Her international experience includes living, volunteering and studying in numerous countries such as the UK, Ireland, France, Spain and Romania. Francesca, how would you describe Italians in 3 words?
The first word I would use to describe Italians is emotional. Emotion for us is an important part of our communication style, but also of our culture actually. We tend to be very dramatic and we tend to emphasize a lot our ideas. I would say that emotion are a sort of, and actually the feelings that come after these emotions are a sort of intangible tool that we use for emphasizing our words and our thoughts and our ideas when we express ourselves. The same as we use hands, basically. The second word I would use is ambitious. We know exactly what we want. We have high standards, we have like high goals that we want to achieve. We know exactly how to achieve that specific goal or goals. The third word is good communicators. We generally are extrovert. We are able to spot details and understand the people around us. This flexibility that I have and this capability of meeting people halfway helps me to communicate better with them. And it is also the reason why I, for example, feel very good at networking, or I feel very confident in social events. And because for me, interaction is something very important.
Francesca, how would you describe Italian style of communication?
To describe Italian communication style, I will use a culture map provided by Erin Meyer. Italian communication style is rather high context, in the sense that there is a lot of untold. And in order to understand us, it is important to being able to read between lines. Sometimes we don't verbalize our thoughts because for us they're obvious. We belong to the same cultural background, so since we have the same background, we don't need to verbalize specific thoughts because we know exactly what we mean by using just one or two words rather than verbalizing the whole sentence. In terms of evaluating, I would say that we, like Italians, tends to give negative feedback, but we are not that direct and straightforward. We still maintain sort of politeness when we're giving negative feedback, and generally when we do that, we don't want to do that in a way that is offensive because we are very emotional. We want to acknowledge that there is a problem and there is a mistake, but we don't want that the counterpart feels overwhelmed by that. And sometimes, and this is important, we may not underline the good of the work, in the sense that when we want to give a negative feedback, we only focus on what is negative and what is wrong, and we don't mention or don't say anything about what was actually good out within the whole picture. In terms of disagreeing, we are rather confrontational, I would say, in the sense that if we believe something is wrong, we tend to say that. Generally, we do that in a polite way, so we don't really go to our boss yelling at our boss or being very loud of it. But if we believe that something is wrong, we tend to insist on that mistake. We tend to emphasize that mistake. We generally appreciate facts that support the thesis. For example, I think it was in the book of Erin Myers, there was this question that was asking if a boss or a leader should be always prepared when her or his employers are asking him questions. In Italy, the answer is yes. If you are the boss, if you're the leader, you must be prepared. You have to know your job. It means that if I am an employer and I come to you and I ask you for an important concept and you are telling me, I don't know the answer, I'm not sure about the answer, I will not perceive you as a credible person, in the sense that there is this sort of hierarchy mechanism where if you are at the top management, it means that you know more than I know. And I'm saying that because in Denmark, it is the exactly opposite. When it comes to making decisions, especially in the business field, I would say that we are more top-down oriented than consensual, in the sense that if your boss is telling you that you need to do some specific tasks, the likelihood that you can complain is not that high. We don't follow orders. We really think before making like our tasks, but still what our boss says to us matters. Trust is very important. Generally, we trust people more than we trust their ability to complete or be like performative at doing their tasks, because it is important for us that we can count on that person. When it comes to scheduling, I would say that we're rather flexible and we're always in late. We're flexible in the sense that our schedule is not that strict, and it is also okay performing more than one activities at a time.
What topics would you recommend for a small talk with our Italian partners or colleagues, and what topics we should avoid in conversation?
A good starter for conversation is food. You can ask us where to go buy like local food or traditional food, or you can ask us where to eat for lunch, dinner, or where to drink wine, or where to get good quality of coffee. Hobby, sports, if you like reading, if you like playing music, if you have other hobbies, or if you are into football, or like pretty much every topic is fine, as much as it doesn't go to the personal sphere. And for these reasons, some topics to avoid are family. Don't make jokes about families. Don't make jokes about mothers. Don't make jokes about fathers. Don't say, I will give you suggestions as your father would have done, because no, they are very offensive. The same goes with money. And also I would say avoid any comments that is related to physical appearance, because Italy is a very judgmental country, so people don't really like to be judged, don't really like to be observed, and don't really like to receive comments related to their physical appearance.
Francesca, what funny local word would you recommend to use to make our Italian friends smile?
I've chosen pantofolaio or fannullone. They have the same meaning. The difference is that pantofolaio has more a positive meaning, whereas fannullone has a negative meaning. And in English, they can be translated as Coach Potato. And I guess it gives a good representation of how Italian sometimes can be. This is not true for everybody, and it is not true for like everything, but sometimes we can be very lazy.
Grazie Francesca, and thank you guys for watching my channel. Don't forget to share this video with friends, and don't forget to watch other interesting videos about different national communication styles on my channel. Stay tuned. Ciao!